Hi, welcome back. This is Dr. Sherilyn Walker, and today we're going to be talking about part 3 of getting the most of your therapy. And if you'll recall, we covered 1 through 3 and 4 through 6 in parts 1 and 2. So if you've missed those videos, feel free to go back and watch those. But today, number 7 is, and this is really a difficult thing, and this is part of what makes people uncomfortable in therapy, but you're going for a reason. And again, this is part of the growth and part of the healing. Be willing to recognize your part in the problem. And I know that's difficult. I'm not saying blame yourself for everything or absorb the misplaced blame of someone who's hurt you. However, recognize the part you played in getting to where you are. And one of the things I think of with number 7 is this may be particularly true for parents who have kids in therapy. And sometimes when we parent children, we repeat maybe some maladaptive or not so healthy patterns that we learned in our families. And the increasing awareness of that is part of the change. But it helps if you're able to recognize that maybe part of the way you're parenting is part of the behavior problem or part of the emotional problem. Now, obviously, there are other factors that are in play in mental health issues: genetics, biology, environmental factors, behavioral factors, situational factors, just all types of things also that converge to contribute. But when you're willing to say, maybe I need to make a change too, that's really helpful. A big thing is that I notice with parenting is sometimes it's inconsistent parenting, and moms and dads or parents, co-parents need to be on the same page and work on their co-parenting relationship. And so that's helpful too. So number 8, don't therapist shop. And this kind of goes back and alludes to steps 1 and 2. You've done the research for this therapist, and try to make an investment in time to see how things are going and to kind of build a relationship and build a rapport. Now, I'm not saying, again, stick with someone who treats you badly or doesn't listen to you or show signs of being an unethical therapist. But work on building that relationship and give it at least 3 sessions to see how things are going to proceed and see how you feel. And this is particularly true of, parents who have kids in therapy. It's hard for kids to build a relationship when they go from one therapist to another therapist to another, especially people who've had trauma. You're going to have to retell that story every time you go. And you can, in some ways, re-traumatize yourself. So that's just a tip to, again, try to stick it out for 3 sessions. And then last but not least, number 9, therapists are mandatory reporters. And what that means is we are obligated by law to report child or elder abuse, and in some cases we report animal cruelty. I make that part of my practice. Additionally, if you are exhibiting suicidal or homicidal ideation, or you're thinking about hurting yourself in some way, we're obligated by law to make sure that you're safe. So with that being said, if a therapist makes a report to CPS, it does not mean that we're retaliating against you in some way, or we're trying to be cruel to you. It's for your safety and it's for the greater good. You might think, oh, well, I didn't schedule a follow-up appointment, so the therapist is reporting me to CPS. or Adult Protective Services. That's not the case. We're doing it because our license is on the hook if we don't make that report. And additionally, when you come into therapy and you report something, especially if it's a child, and it happened a couple of years ago and CPS has already been involved, that therapist has to make a report. And that is, again, just because we're mandatory reporters and we're obligated by law to do so. I've appreciated having the opportunity to talk to you, and if you have any questions or any suggestions for videos that you'd like to see, please reach out. Again, I'm Dr. Sherilyn Walker, and have a great day.